No, 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 no. Wait, 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 wait. Wait, 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 wait.
I'm Pickle Rick! Special!
Oh, what's up, everybody? How we doing? Chew on a dog. Don't eat the dog. But hey, I don't know if that was a refresh or what, but either way, appreciate the continued support there, Boozy. What's up, everybody? We have some of the early crew in here as usual. Jacques Attack, Frankie is here. Let's see, Joe Russ was here early. Zap Sparky. Pancake Man, Lock Watcher was here. Fama showed up early. Mr. S. Franco Walker. Pianoman Rob is here. There's the Boozo. See Maurice Walker, Chris Sam online. David Garcia, happy little fox. What's up, buddy? Hey, Adderphasma, how you doing? Alright, hey, Bob S. How you? They get Sam, Frank Netterbuddy. What's up? So, what do we got going on today? Not a whole lot. I'm exhausted because I didn't get much sleep last night, which is probably because, come to find out, there were police running around the neighborhood last night because some dude was driving down the street, stopping at almost every car, trying to open doors, and he tried to break into my van. And apparently now he's in jail. Neighbors saw him, a bunch of people saw him, they all started chasing him in cars around the neighborhood, apparently, and the cops got him, so that's always fun. Clive C, Rusty B, Brian Antoine. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the office the engineers hid because of Apophis. Off the bed? Alright there, Frankie78. See you later. Appreciate you swinging through for the moment. We have a VertoThermoWhoofle here in about 8 minutes. But for now, why don't we do a little toast. Baltimore sucks. Cheers, everybody, by the way. Sorry, kind of forgot that part. Appreciate you stopping by. I'm assuming Clive will be around shortly. But you know him, sometimes he goes on and then sometimes he just forgets. He got his hands on your tools, Silent Rider. Nah, they tried. What are we drinking? I actually went out today and cleaned it up and like kind of tucked everything away just to make it less appealing. My usual Angry Orchard. But we'll see how that goes. That thing is loud as fuck once when the alarm goes off anyway, so I knew that would wake me up. What's up, TJ? It's alright. A couple weeks ago, I told Clive that he didn't have to drop the raid in right at the beginning because, you know, ads and getting stuff done. But now, so now he extends it, and I think he just forgets. What's up, E-Fault? Scruff alcohol. Is this a parallel dimension? No, I actually started drinking apple ciders again. What's it been, y'all? Like a month ago? They come in a 6-pack, so I buy a 6-pack a week. I have 2 on Saturday nights. Now I'm having like 2 on Friday nights, and then I'll save the other 2 for nights I can't get to sleep, because that will kind of knock you out. What's up, Big Clive? What's up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Thanks to Clive for the raid. What's up, Zen? Nefarious Zane, what's up, everybody? Pie Floater. Just joking with raid, but checking out. Well, hey, either way, appreciate you saying hi. Fluffy Bunny 101 boing. Good boing. Again, good read. Cheers, everybody stopping by. Just keep working on this thing. Waldo 7, you're over on my stream now, but I got you covered. Hopefully you're still paying attention. And Benji, here's orange, because I know you guys like orange stuff. And Waldo, spicy. I'm actually wearing this. This shirt is actually the molecule of capsaicin, which is, or however you pronounce it, and that's what makes spicy stuff spicy. So I got you covered with the orange and the spice. Gray suits you, sir. Yeah, gray works. Gray works. Is that alcohol? Yeah, I think people are starting to catch up and realize it. Yeah, I've started drinking a little bit, just a little bit. Pussies and pianos will be coming. That's actually just under an hour. What's that? What's that? Totally not Catherine. Well, thanks for the follow. Thanks, totally not Brups. And then Catherine. Oh, we got a couple coming over here. All right. Well, let's see. We got that. What? Oh, let's see. Oh. Got the, you can kind of see it. So I got the shelf and the 3D printer up. Finally. Turns out the anchors I was talking about that were falling out of the wall, all you needed to do was just use bigger screws, and those things are in there. We reached, sorry, I do that so I can actually read the number, 220. All right. Getting some goals going here. Cheers again. Thanks there, Big Tom. Always appreciate it. So what are we talking about tonight here? So we got the printer up, we got the lights going, we got the followers dropping, Brian Cock, nice. Well, here's something we got in. I didn't even think about it. Here, shit. Yeah, before we get to the VertoThermoWhoofle, we got in a high floater. Thank you. For our Wednesday streams, like, we build stuff, either Legos, engine stuff, whatever kind of cool projects. Wow, they are just dropping. Well, we got ourselves a Sterling engine. That's USB, that is also a USB generator. Thanks, Jeff, Kagas, Nefarious, Zorhale, and look at this little guy. Once the hearts go away. So this has got 91% rubbing alcohol in it. And if we fire this up and give it a couple minutes. We were playing with this a little bit. Let this warm up. I'll just kind of hold it here while it warms up. Hot air USB, there you go. The DHZ, I guess that's how you go with that. Yeah, this it was supposed to be a kit because I ordered 3 things. Turns out 2 were kits and 1 was the pre-made, which is all right. Let that get a little bit warmer. That's all right, pretty fun. Yeah, I like the alcohol flame's nice, and because I was trying to do it with a tea light, like, come here, asshole. Like this little guy. Oh, but all that was doing was creating soot and not getting it hot enough. Fluffy Bunny 101, appreciate. There we go. It gets a little loud, but. And it does also have a USB output, but I need to put a capacitor across the output because it is very flicky. But that's her. If they were a little bit quieter, I'd just leave them running during the show. we'll go for another moment here. Oh yeah, I can't imagine trying to actually charge off of this, because I doubt it's putting 5 volts out. I mean, we all know DC motors, you know, they're usually, what, 2.5 to 6 volts, 2.5 to 8 volts. So that, I mean, I don't know. I wonder, I think what I need to do is see how much current's coming out of it to see what we could theoretically get out of it and try to make a charger if it's got enough ass. What's up, JK Webb, Nilo? Appreciate the follows. But yeah, we can kind of tune a steam-powered vibrator camera. Tim, yeah, actually, that would probably work quite well for that. Guess if any of the ladies get one, let us know. What's up, Jacques-a-Doc? I don't think I said hi to you. Son of a bitch. Oh, Twitch music. Oh, son of a bitch. I ain't even set up the Twitch music. Hold on. Yeah, I knew I was forgetting something. Hold on, let me get the phone going here. And then we'll do the VertoThermoWhoofle. Okay, don't need Clive. Oh, Clive's not even on anymore. Close that. Get Spotify going. Hold on. Sorry about that, y'all. I knew I was forgetting something. I think I'll go with Static X tonight. Hold on, hold on. Hold on. Alright. There we go. We got music. Music out. There you go. So we'll rock some Static X for a little while. But let's go ahead and do the VertoThermoWhoofle. Is that all set up? Alright. Do. Where is my lighter? There is my lighter. Is that? Nope. Okay. Number one. One for Freddie. See if we can set chat on fire. And clean the cobwebs off the light. And for anybody new or doesn't realize, the ceiling and everything above me is coated in anti-fiery stuff. Mediocritus, what's going on? Ooh, hold on, let me turn that off. There we go. Notifications off. Ooh, refresh. What's this look like? Cold. 12 degrees Celsius. All right. What's this look like? Hold on. All right. That's cool. All right, cool. Thermal cameras are fun. Totally not gross. Looks warm. It's not the beer, not the cider. Well, I gotta tell you what, I just call it a beer. Like in my head, if I'm on Mondays when I usually pick up the 6-packs, I gotta stop and get a beer, even though it's not beer, but I just call it beer. I guess it's just easier to say. What's up, Queen Liz? Oh, okay, you're here. Good. Fire! I give you fire! Anti-fiery stuff from Scruff's loins. No, not quite. I don't know how anti-fiery that would necessarily be. It does sound a little ouchy though as well. So you can't. Can you see the printer from Mission Control? There it is. Well, it's kind of behind chat and the voice thing. But yeah, there's the printer sitting there on its shelf. All right. So you can kind of see it, but kind of not. That's whatever. All right. Is it Fleur? It is, I mean, basically. It's by, it's Infrared Pro, what is that, the P2 Plus? Oh, what resolution? It's like 256 by 190 something, 192 at 28 hertz, supposedly. Something like that. Well, it's just, it's the same as like you'd get from FLIR, however you want to pronounce it. It's just a little faster and a little higher resolution than what you can get anywhere near that price point of what I think they're 220 now, 200, 220. It ain't nothing from FLIR that cheap. Benji says, my therapist told me to write letters to the people you hate and burn them. I did that, but now I don't know what to do with the letters. Wish. What do we got? Renquist with a stretch. All right. Well, I know a lot of you have been watching Clive, so why don't we go ahead and stretch that out a little bit. Oh, yeah, might as well. I'm fucking tired. Oh, I probably got about 4 hours of sleep last night, but I'm working on becoming sort of human again. Oh, a Nilo 101. Thank you for the follow. Just saw that one. I think I got everybody in that fresh list. What does 1600 2000 mean on the lower? Oh. So that little guy down there, that's total followers or subscribers. Between Twitch and YouTube combined, that is the grand total, which is 230 followers on Twitch and 1370 something ish on YouTube. Hydrate. Oh, okay, well, C2S wants us to hydrate, so let's just fucking... I mean, I know this isn't necessarily hydration, but it feels like it is. Godzilla or Kong? Asks Pie Floater. Fuck, man. Wait a minute, has there been a... I feel like, has there been a movie where they fought each other? I feel like there has. Wasn't it like... Wasn't it in the 90s or something? But if I had to pick, I mean... I kind of like gorillas. I'm looking at Godzilla. I kind of like lizards better than like apes or whatever. I don't particularly know why. Probably because he has electricity stuff on his back and his mouth. So I mean, he's kind of cool. King Ghidorah. Is that the moth? Or is that something totally different? No, the moth. That was something with an M. Wasn't the Mothra? That was Mothra, but wasn't there a bigger Mothra? Kong versus, that was last. Oh, okay, that was last. Oh, I think I have that, but I gotta watch the new. That ties into the new series of Godzilla that started, what, a few years ago? Like 5, 6 years, something like that? Radioactive cats have 18 half-lives. Yes, they do, Benji. But Kong gets the ladies to see to us. Well, I mean, he does have the advantage. He's just a big naked ape walking around. So, I mean, you figure half the buildings get knocked over just from him swinging. Whoa, my bad. Fucking, he's just like walking by the Empire State Building, accidentally teabagged it. What was the one with the huge knife on its head? I don't know. Mothra is the moth. Ghidorah was the multi-headed dragon. Okay, so like something of a hydra. I watched a lot of those when I was growing up, but I think just about literally every Godzilla movie, and I think non-Godzilla but big monster movies from the same studios. Like, I have the pack, I guess you could say, but I've only watched a couple of them here and there. Boozy says, I'm going Kong because Brie Larson it was in one of the movies and I'd lick her butthole. Hey, you know what? That's a fair enough reason. If you need a good reason to lick some butthole, then I guess that would be it. His massive ape cock wasn't in the movie. Oh, I'm sure you could see it from the right angles. They just picked the right camera angles. I mean, if you're underneath that and you look straight up, they ain't for no fur covering that. You're just going to see gigantic. Well, maybe he doesn't sit down because you're just getting it all over you. There's a big Lego Godzilla coming out soon. Me keeping up with being the Lego ambassador thing. Oh yeah, I was actually on their site today looking at Gizmo from Gremlins, the Pixar Light, and I got into it about 5 or 10 minutes of just looking for stuff, but I saw those two that we'll pick up, and we'll see what's going on with the Star Trek thing. Yeah, the Gizmo looks good. The Gizmo was one of the Ideas ones. He looks good. I don't know how big he is. I'm guessing he's probably close to life size, maybe a little shorter. I didn't check, but yeah. Tried calling the tinnitus helpline. No answer. Just kept ringing. There was a movie with a pile of them all in it. The tortoise with the flaming rocket jets instead of like, oh, I remember the flying tortoise guy with the jets. Primate with orange spray tan. Well, yeah, we already got one of those. Oh, Brie Larson. Okay, yeah, I thought of it. That didn't sound right. Yeah, Brie Larson, not Larson. All right. Well, let's see. We have some people sending stuff in. Oh, and by the way, Fama sent more coffee and more apricot spread. That's always welcome. Let's see what Lockwatcher has for us today. Yeah, that's better. All right. There we go. All right. So we, as usual, we have some people sending some stuff in. This is what we got from Lockwatcher. I don't know why that keeps popping up. Hold on. That's actually going to annoy the absolute I can't pull it. All right. Anyway. During a site visit at an old church, a Packard pump organ from 1889. I assume it still works. Do you think it works? Do we need to get Pianoman over there, even though it's not necessarily a piano, but it has keys? That's cool. Latest 3D print a toothbrush. You printed a toothbrush. Oh, you did. I can see the frickin' the stretch, the little wispy things on there. Wow. I'm guessing that's TPU in there, so you don't destroy your, I'll get to the email stuff in a second here. Let's see. So that's from, the Pancake Man. Oh, wait a minute, there's more. Plenty of peppers left. My man does a lot of hot pepper stuff, or jalapeno and pepper stuff. Good stuff, good stuff. I've tried it. Vala's latest victim, a partial can of refried beans, and yes, those are teeth holes. Good lord. She is very chewy. I don't think my cats would have teeth. Well, Lee might have, or well, Poofers may have teeth left because she bites every fucking thing. Oh, here's the video. Tried sending you a link via mail. Email did not work. Lovely. Who knows? Email's probably broke again. All right, let's see. Why isn't it bigging? That's weird. It won't get big. So we're stuck at that size, I guess. Oh, that's just the... Alright, we got the magic thing going on. Wish I could make it bigger. I don't know why it doesn't want to. Yeah, it's weird. Alright, let's see here. What do we got for Kevin Hardesty? Pump organs are awesome. I've not been around many. Cool table at McDonald's from Kevin Hardesty. Is it like, oh, it like traction of motion on the table? That's cool. And a comfy Leela. Snoozy floof. Definitely warm there. I guarantee that blanket is freaking warm. And TJ with the spoiled floofs. Wow, they are just totally wrapped up I like the giant tail, if there's giant tail covering that one's head. That's cool. Alright. Let me flip this on back over. Let me move that because that's annoying me. Put that there. And let's see what we got up here. I grow chilies on my window ledge at home, says Grant Rennie. I have, like, Jesus Christ. The, what the hell, the really fucking hot one? God, why can't I remember? The, just really, really fucking hot peppers. You know, the ones just under Pepper X. Why can't I remember the name of that as a fucking hothead guy? Reapers, fuck. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Carolina Reapers. I can actually have Reaper seeds downstairs. And boy, do I have plenty of equipment to grow, peppers or whatever I would want to. I just haven't really gotten around to it. Oh, yeah. Scorpion peppers are pretty lightweight. They're zen, but yeah, I dig it. Yeah, top of the hour. Cheers, everybody. Appreciate you hanging with us this evening. I'm not going to play with your organ there, Fama. Possibly Pianoman may want to stroke your organ for you. Pianoman says those pump organs are actually called reed organs. They're kind of like a giant harmonica with a pump. Alright. You have a groove room? Question. I used to have a groove room years ago. But that's all done and torn down, and now it's all just stuffed in a closet. In case I ever want to grow fucking anything, I've got everything I need. Just need to get something to put, basically all I need to get is soil, set the water system back up, and like, it would be good to go. Ah, there's Chris with the classic. What's better than roses on the piano? Tulips on your organ. Oh. Rob said he'll give it a blow. Yeah, okay, that came in just the right amount of order. Just sent a new Logie Wogie. Oh, boozy. What do we got with Logie Wogie? Oh my god. Why he still deals with you people, I will never know. So here's our super brave and parts enthusiast Logie Wogie. Sort of, not really, you know. They God, wait a minute, that doesn't have the mustache. He's got that cop mustache, that like Super Trooper thing going on there. He is really rocking it hard. I don't get that. I mean, I guess he's using it as a flavor saver for some reason or something like that. Jack Attack, my sex life is like Coca-Cola. First it was normal, then light, and now zero. They trapped him in a block of steel. He'd probably like that if it meant that they would, like, stay away from him. Oh, we have Flat Cat and a Flat Cat bonus picture. Flat Cat apparently not necessarily digging the spider trying to land on his super long tail. And then there's a spider buddy over there. See, if this were poofers, you know, aka the gray vacuum that you see on Pussies and Pianos in about a half hour, if this were poofers, neither of them would be there. They would have already been eaten. They have no idea what's coming at them when they enter this house. Like most of the time I see bugs, crickets, grasshoppers, I just let them go because I know poofers is going to decimate them. And we have a surfing, I guess, Mexican chicken? Does that mean it's like spicy chicken? Spicy chicken's good chicken. Pianoman. Okay, we'll skip the dead spider. And had my seat stolen up the pub tonight. Why did the picture just crash? Oh, there it is. Pianoman sent us in this from the pub. The seat stealing pupper. I hope you at least bought him a beer or a shot. I mean, he did get your seat fair and square. It's fun to grow, but since I don't sell, I always end up with way more than I need. Yeah, I didn't have that problem back in the day. Because I couldn't go enough because the person that needed was a fucking psycho. Anyway, let's see. Oh yeah, I said I was going to skip that. From Benji, what do we have here? We have a blurry, weird picture thing that kind of looks like a boat in the water. We have a cruise ship dock here in Baltimore. That, like one of the ones that go in the Caribbean and stuff, so we see a lot of stuff around here. What is that? That looks like, almost looks like a fish salad. It almost looks like what Americans would call like K-rab. Like what I call it K-rab. It's crab with a K, which is just tilapia fish. And it also looks like it's got fruit in it, so I don't know. A chicken and an egg crossed the road, walked into a bar, and changed the light bulb. No one has any idea how or why. Cabbage. Ah, that could be cabbage. Okay. That is the new Hulk building, I guess. Look at a little purple in there and really hulk it up, especially towards the bottom. What do we got here? We have rice and food and a chopped up tomato, and that looks fucking good. Got some carrots in there, maybe? What's up, Lori? How you doing? What else we got here? Walnut bread? Kind of looks like there might be something else going on in there, but that looks like a good bread. I'm not big on walnut bread, but I do eat it every once in a while. There is Super Floof Nation Cat. Looking like they just found out what 120 volts is. Kind of looks like Boozy's cat. Chris, that battery used to fool. I know what I just saw. What do we got here? Cat injury. Wow. Are you getting big? He's a big old kitty. Found my old PSP, PlayStation Portable. There was a Capri Sun inside. Yes, a tiny Capri Sun. Holy shit. Yeah, I love when I keep an eye on this phone because the battery faces me, and that's the phone with the iffy battery. So I like how the base faces me, so if I see it start to puff up, I know it's time to sort out a new camera. Oh, wow. The battery used to fit in there. Yeah, I bet it did. Holy shit. Those are fun. That's when you try to like super trickle charge it, and then if it actually takes a charge, then you just like snap a screwdriver through it and run. Oh, yeah, we got a Pianoman. There's another sort of floofer pup there from the pub. So at the pupper pub, the pupper pub. Thank you for those. Let me move this over here, I think. Is there anything else over here? Let me make sure we're all caught up here. I forgot to open that up. Rifleman, what's up? A fat and happy battery. Oh, yes. Wait a minute. Surrounded? Killer Mike's trying something new. Alright, let's delete that, delete that, delete that, delete that, delete that. Yeah, sent the video. Okay, wow, there's a lot of other stuff in here. Wow, and then there's that stuff. I got all kinds of shit coming in. Alright, we'll get to some of the other ones here shortly. What do we got going on up here? Remember, the Sega Game Gear is wank in daylight, or whack in daylight. I never played much with the Sega Game Gear, but I know it seemed like an outlier for anybody wanting it. Spicy pillow, super cute fluffy puppy was robbed with a girl. I mean, he may occasionally walk past them, but I guess that's about it. Late emails sent early. I see there's a couple emails sitting there. We'll get to those. Hoofers is outside the door. I can hear her. Where is CatCam? So she's ready for treats, as she generally is. I see she brought the snake over. I guess the snake will also be having treats tonight. Yes, we're watching you. So I can hear her outside meowing, as she does. Well, let me click this button here. That button back there. Okay. Some of the Game Gear games were insanely hard to beat. Were they? I mean, were we talking like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on Nintendo hard to beat, or just generally hard to beat? Of course, part of that makes me wonder if they were hard to beat because, like, it was... I don't know, I heard it was kind of a laggy system. Like, you know, you hit a button and, like, you know, an hour later something happens, but maybe I heard wrong. Of course, it's also been freaking decades, so... There's Boozy sending something in. We'll get to those shortly again. Probably do those right before Pussies and Pianos. Gramshot's a good battery pack. Very dead. Yeah, I've had a couple of Capri Suns here and there. I don't know where the hell it went, but I had a 4056 set to, I don't remember, it was like super fucking low. And I would always try to recharge them with that. A couple of them it worked. Take them into work. You know, put a screwdriver through them just for something to do. Game Gear was a miniature master system. That's right. Yeah, it was there, Pie Floater. Cats know more than they let on, says Franco. Oh yeah, cats, she knows it's coming. Especially once the can lands. I think they know that something's going on there. Mr. S, it is here. It is here. Like I said, I still got some emails queued up and a couple of another thing that came in. I'll get to those shortly. Soul Reaver Legacy of Kain. Isn't that a game? Sounds familiar. Don't rush to that, just a talking point. Okay. We'll get back to that here shortly. Yeah, tomorrow will be the first Sunday in the past 3 Sundays I've been a gun range, so I'm actually going to try and get a bunch of shit done tomorrow, and getting the printer up was one of those things. I mean, just up, not up and running, but at least it's up here. And it's plugged in. I haven't tried turning it on yet, but I haven't actually turned that thing on in probably 3, maybe 4 years. So I know it doesn't connect to the internet because the network has changed since then. So hopefully whatever software on it is good enough to just leave and keep going. I forget what version the SKR Mini 2.0 was on, but it worked, so... They were vampire games that started in the PS1. Oh, vampire games. Oh, with what you mentioned up there, Castlevania. Well, Castlevania was also a great game. I feel like I played that on one of my emulators. I mean, probably a couple years ago, but I'd probably been 30 years before that. G-Lock Game Gear. I don't know what that is, but it almost sounds familiar, unless it's just because it looks like it says Glock. Sonic, RoboCop versus Terminator, the Game Gear. They had RoboCop versus Terminator. Was that a Game Gear thing, or was that everywhere? That would be interested to see if there's any gameplay of that anywhere. Or, who knows, may even have that emulator. I think I have a Game Gear emulator. Maybe. I took apart a tablet PC the other day. The battery had vented a little inside the case and the voltage was down to 0.1 volts. No matter what, it would not boot. Yeah, I would think so. Usually when it's to 0.001 volts, that's when you flip it over to continuity and see if it's actually just a dead short now. Can you make me a only here for a short time badge? I don't know that we'd be able to fit that much text in a thing. There's Ed playing Arena Breakout. Talking about that the other day. Yeah, I'm hoping once Battlefield 6 comes out and the Gold River project gets off of demo land, that get back into gaming on the channel a little bit. Because I'm kind of disappointed in Scum. Let's see, C2S, thank you for the 10 bits. Much appreciated. But G-Lock Air Battles, a 1990 combat simulator arcade video game. Okay. That's probably how I heard of it. Shit, I forget what the fuck I was getting ready to say. Short time badge, not gonna fit. Game, the ball, kick the ball. Mark M, what's up? I don't think I've said hi to you yet. Disappointed in Scum, thanks, Ed. So, yeah, everyone's been hearing me talk about this shit lately. Fucking, like, Scum is a great game. I'm just getting fed up with them adding dumb shit that nobody wants, while the bugs just keep growing. Instead of saying, hey, we're going to take a couple months and not add any fucking dumb shit that you didn't want or ask for anyway, and we're just going to concentrate on fixing the bugs. They just keep adding dumb shit and don't fix the bugs, and it got to the point the original developer that owned the game just fucking quit the dev team because he was like, these guys have they're going totally off the fucking rails. Like, he's so fed up with it, he quit. The guy that fucking started the game said, fuck this game, and left. He's so fed up with it. Appreciate that, Naismith, for the 10 bits. But, yes, I think... Yeah, I'd probably still play it a little bit if it weren't for the fact that they keep saying it's going to get better, but it doesn't. So it just disappoints the shit out of it because you go, ooh, new update. You play for a few days, you figure out it's all just the same dumb shit. Oh, and here's another fucking bow that you didn't need. Like, what the fuck? Oh, a lot of games make themselves too complicated, says C2S. And see, that's the thing. Like, it doesn't need to be as complicated. They don't need all this gimmicky dumb shit in there. Like, it was pretty fucking good for a long time, and then things changed, and I'm pretty sure that's because, like, the publisher changed or whatever. So now, they, you know, once a game gets sold from one developer to another developer, if it reaches that state at that point, really the dev team has nothing to do but listen to the people that, quote, let them keep their jobs, because that's what they fucking hang over their head. Well, you know, you wouldn't have any game if we hadn't bought you. You got to do what we got to tell you, and that's part of why it fucking blows now. Zen says they might fix one thing but introduce 5 more bugs. Yes, that's right. So they'll fix 2 bugs. They'll add 5 things, and out of those 5 things, there'll be at least 3 bugs related to those 5 things, and then some other bug out of nowhere, like flying fucking gardens. Like, literally, you were flying your plane, and then there was your garden. Like, what the fuck is that doing up here? Now you go to the fucking trader station for a while with the garden things. Like, you actually couldn't, like, move around because it would get stuck over your head. And you go to jump, and you bonk, and you fucking, like, just the dumbest shit. Just fucking, like, I'd go back to it if they would just fix some shit. Because what's going to happen on October 2nd, the game's going to come out with all this whatever shit. It's going to get real popular for like a week, and then it's going to die off. And it's probably not even going to be a week, because that's coming out, and then right afterwards, Battlefield 6 is coming out. So Scum is probably just going to fucking dry up. I think a lot of people are going to be going over to Battlefield 6 and all these new games that are coming out, but if they don't, I'm kind of feeling like me and a couple other people, like, we're kind of feeling like if they don't have their shit together by the end of the year, the game is fucked. Because, I mean, even, you know, they say they're coming out 1.0 this year, and all it was just a fucking, it wasn't much more than just a regular patch with a couple of new things and a shitload more bugs. Whee! Yeah, anyway. So yeah, I'm looking for something to play that can hold my interest. And right now, Battlefield 6 is looking good, and I fucking love Gold River Project, but it's limited to 2 hours, so my fucking Audi brain is just like, ugh, it just wants to keep going. Yeah. Do I have a favorite NAS manufacturer? Not really. Fuck, the last NAS I owned was a, I don't know, what's the blue and black company with the WR? I bought it right, was it a NAS 200? I think it's the part number. I bought it with, in a set with a WRT 54G Linksys, old Linksys. Like that's, like I don't do much with NAS. I just have storage hooked up to a whole bunch of different shit all over the place. Zen says, I've been looking at Icarus. Diamond was playing it already. Oh, Diamond plays the fuck out of that game. He is good as shit at it. That's one of those games, like, I like to watch it. Smell seems good. Oh, that was the second. Give a toast. Oh, right. I mean, it for me, it's and I actually mentioned it to Diamond. Like, I like watching it. Just don't think I can play it. For me, it's one of them games I don't mind watching, but I'm not really gonna get into it to play. But cheers, everybody. Grab a sip, grab a drink, have a puff, pinch a nipple, smack a butt, pet your cat. Either way, cheers. Default Borderlands 4 got hate for poor performance, but it's good if you have a nice PC like you. That didn't actually do anything. Yeah, but the problem with that is I give a fuck about Borderlands. I've never been into that game. Oh wow, the battery's like actually dead. Shit. Hold on. I don't know, I've never gotten it. Like, nothing about Borderlands has ever appealed to me for some reason. I think it started with the graphic style and just went to shit from there, but I guess I'll toast with this one since that battery's dead. Am I too late for cats having dinner? Asked our queen. No, that's in about 14, 15 minutes. Depending on how the ads on Twitch work out. Which they're actually going to kick in about 12 minutes. So yeah, it'll be right after the Twitch ads that some of you will see, some of you won't, you know. The loot is like playing the lottery and a good FPS gameplay. Yeah, I just can't. I don't think I'll ever get into that. No, I think at this point, I'm just so tired of it that I wouldn't even want to bother trying it. I mean, I've heard a lot of people say Borderlands is good, and I've heard a lot of people say it's fucking dumb too. And I'm like, you know what? As long as one person says it, I'm just going to avoid it because whoa. Volume slider's a little crunchy. Hold on, drop that. Problem with Borderlands, it's fun for the story and then it's boring. Ah. Alright, Queen Liz is going to wait around for the kitties. There's a couple of them out there right now. Does that one work? There's Tiny Mama and Poofers. Like, they know it's coming. They know what's up. And you know the dude is right behind that door that's like up, like right here, that door right there. The dude is like literally sitting right there. Like his butt is in that corner where the door is. He likes to hang out there or downstairs in his little hidey hole he found. Which was one of the other cats that used to be here. It was one of their hidey holes. So he's up there a lot. And I need to get a video of him running his big chubby ass up the stairs because it's funny. Like, it's just, everything's just swinging and moving and he's wobbling side to side as he runs up the stairs. So, I gotta get a video of that. But it's, basically I just gotta start opening that door with the camera rolling every time now because I never know where he might be. But, yeah, I gotta get that on video. Better than telling them to kick the... What? I told him to subside and kick the ball. Okay, Rob is harassing people. That's good. That's good. Fall Guys was like that for me. Started It's just a basic play a few rounds everyday game. Then they kept adding crap and haven't played since. Yeah, there's too many games like that where it's a good game and they just like, oh no, we have to add all this other dumb shit. And you're like, I didn't. Who asked for that? Who even talked about that? Ugh. Boozy, don't give up on Scum. It's going to get better with the new update. I'm hoping. Like, I'm going to try it. I'll jump on there and give it a run. See what actually happens. I'll read the fix-it list. Or the bug list that they fixed. Change log, whatever you want to call it. And see what happens. I keep getting a pop out of there. The volume slider on the mixer is trashed. It's very, very, here. I'm not even, but it's very crunchy, as you heard a little bit earlier. But that's because I used to not have mute buttons. I have to slide that thing up and down 800 times a show. I have my wooden spoon out. I don't think I do. No, I don't actually own it. I have plastic spoons. They probably smack just as well, especially if you put a little peanut butter on them. A butcher backed into his meat grinder. He got a little behind in his work that day. Yeah, I'll see what I can do with Scum. Like, at some point, I'm just going to have to face the fact that it's not going to get any better and just play it as is. Renex, what's up? The Scrufdog abides while the Scruff Puppy hides. Well, yeah, speaking of, let's see if I can get Dude a little closer to everybody before he runs off. But I don't think you can actually see him that much when he's eating. Usually just when I'm filling the food up and he's running around me. That's for stirring things. Oh yeah, you definitely stir things up with a wooden spoon with some peanut butter on it. You get a good smack at it with the peanut butter, just saying. I heard of QNAP, but not a Saturn and QNAP are doing well a few years ago. I feel like that's a network thing. You like watching that primordial pouch swinging back and forth? Yeah, it's funny to watch. And it's not all pouch. There's C2S. There's some tummy in there too. Pretty sure he's just getting used to. I mean, he was outside cat for 7 or 8 years. So I think he's just getting used to the fact he can just eat and sleep and relax whenever he wants. So he's put on a couple pounds, like probably like a pound or two since he came in. But he's happy and he's fat and happy. So that's whatever. What's your favorite flavor of potato chips or crisps, as the biscuit heads call it? I usually get Ruffles, because Ruffles have motherfucking ridges. Well, I get Ruffles. I like the crinkle potato chips. What Ruffles uses, I like their salt. Like, everybody's salt's a little bit different. But I like their salt. I like their chip. If they're out of them, then I'll get the red bag Lay's wavy chips. But either way, I like the crinkly chips. I mean, flat chips are fine, but I think crinkle just gives you more. And you get more out of a scoop because it's stronger. So you can pick up a fucking, you can pick up a half pound of fucking dip on a crinkle potato chip and be all right. Pringles or kettle cooked? If I had to pick that, I'd go with kettle cooked. Pringles are good. I like the crunch of a kettle cooked chip as well. Chris is eating Pringles. Okay, well, what flavor of Pringles are you eating there, Chris? You should put a red laser pointer on the camera to herd them. If it wasn't running on gyro or gyroscope, I guess it's gyro. Well, how the fuck are they? There's stepper motors with gyros, or is there such thing as like a gyroscopic motor? But there's one of them things that is perfectly balanced to the weight on it. Otherwise, I absolutely would put a laser on it because that would be funny as shit. Recently discovered Superbond. 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 Why is that fucking familiar as shit? You mean the boxer guy? For some reason, that sounds like a candy, like something with chocolate and marshmallow in it. Super Bonbon. Just regular salt Pringles. Recently had salt and vinegar. I cannot do salt and vinegar chips. They just, like, I'm not a big, yes, I eat a lot of hot sauce, which is mostly red vinegar. Some of it actually has some spice in it, but like salt and vinegar chips does not work for me at all. It's one of those things I'll eat them if I have to, but like it's not really enjoyable. Roast chicken crisps are nice too. Do you mean a flavor of potato chips, or are we taking like chicken and somehow making it into a chip? Ugh. Raid 6. That's a lot of raid going on. But that's also a lot of backup and a lot of speed going on. Jack Attack Doritos Flamin' Hots. They're good. They're not, to me, they're like not too special. I've noticed with those, it kind of goes back and forth as to whether they're really actually kind of hot or if they just taste like regular Doritos that someone like sprinkled a little bit of pepper on. I don't know if that's a depending on where it was made thing or if they just changed everything here and there, but yeah. Wow, everybody likes salt and vinegar. Wow, okay. Well, I guess I'll just, all right, well, I guess we're done. Thanks, everybody. Talk to you later. Roast chicken potato chips are lush. I assume we have something like that, because we have fucking potato chips flavored with just about anything here. Potato chips with chicken Mr. Noodles seasoning, essentially. So they're good. Okay, so it's basically like a cup of noodles seasoning on some chips. Yeah, I can see that being good. Mediocrity, I'm saying, all right. Depending on the budget and space constraints, you could go with a refurbished enterprise server machine, like a Dell Power Edge. What are we discussing that we need such big fucking equipment going on here? Like, how many terabytes are we talking about? Poll time? What poll? It's almost Pussies and piano time is what time it almost is. Golden Wonder fluffy flavored sausage and tomato crisps. I think that's something I could get behind. I've had bacon potato chips. Surprisingly not great. I think just because the whatever bacon they were flavoring they were using on it was pretty much just weird salt. I used to eat a lot of crisps, but don't anymore. I can eat a bag over a week, says Chris. I usually get the big bag of Ruffles, and I usually go through them in 3 or 4 sittings. They're a good snack for me when I just need just enough to, especially like before bed. If I don't feel like making a bunch of shit, I'll just eat some potato chips and then go to bed. Although lately I've been doing cashews as well. Cashews or potato chips. Although the cashews don't fill me up as much unless I eat like, I don't know, a bucket of them. What's up, Josh? Welcome. I missed the bacon or Swiss Nabisco crackers. Nabisco crackers. I feel like I've had bacon flavored, like veggie cracker. Like, what kind of crackers were those? They were like, this was one of them dumb fucking things I had to deal with when I was vegan. They had some kind of crackers that were vegan, but tasted like they had bacon in them, and it was actually not too bad. But still, you know, if it's vegan, it's all fake shit anyway. So, well, a lot of it. Like I said before, I don't understand necessarily how being a vegan is so much better for you when you go to look at the ingredients on some of this vegan stuff, and I can't pronounce some of the fucking chemicals that are in them, but it's better than natural, right? Cool. Anyway, Eel Monk. Let's see, or the Elm Onk. That could be a whole bunch of things. Not fond of roast chicken or salt or malt vinegar. Marmite is good. That's okay. I still gotta try that. Cheese, onion, beef, onion, plain prawn cocktails are good. The ones with balsamic are great. Also, like the ones ridged for her. Well, for your pleasure, not necessarily her. Swiss was the size of a club cracker, but holes kind of like Swiss cheese. Okay. Yeah, we got Pussies and Pianos coming up in about a minute. What is the best chip seasoning poll, says Brian. Yeah, we can work that out when I get back. If I get time, I'm going to grab like a quick snack. When we get back, we'll get to the emails, a couple more pictures, we'll get that poll up, and we'll go from there. Pie floater, I'm eating Greek cheese, tomato, and herb chips. Feel like I've had something that has that description. But either way, most chips that are tomato and herb are good anyway. Chris said I had Marmite once, but I think I put too much on the bread. I'll have to try it again. Yeah, I still gotta get around to trying that. Keep forgetting it should be in the kitchen. I don't think it's floating around in here, which would be weird. Herb. Herbs or herb. Wow, that sounds like some fantastic crisps. Sea salt and balsamic vinegar, potato chips with the skins on. Yeah, we sell a lot of those. Like sea salt and balsamic vinegar, that's kind of a popular flavor over here, but there's a lot of weird people over here, so I guess it kind of makes sense. Anyway, let's see what we can do with Pussies and Pianos. Let me get Rob pulled up here. Didn't start playing on its own. That's good. It usually does. All right, there's the Rob thing. Gotta pause this on Twitch. All right, we'll get ready to do Pussies and Pianos. I'll get them going, and then when I get back, we'll catch up on some pictures and see what else we got going on. We'll grab a quick snap, grab a tinkle, and grab another cider. And here we go. Hoover. All right. Thank you, Pianoman. And let's see. Yes, the dude rolled out early because he is not a big fan of Ronnie. Mr. Ronnie is kind of mean to him still. Though him and Poofers are kind of getting along, not really, but they're not fighting. Like, past few days that they've been in my room together, they've been laying, like, usually Poofers will lay down and then the dude will get in with, like, kind of go towards her and lay down within a foot or two of her. And they're kind of calm, so I'm not expecting them to be best friends, but at least they're not trying to kill each other. Oh, what the hell? So there is that. Let's see here. Ronnie's taking his time. Poofers is just patiently waiting, as she does. Let's see here. One. Dude's been doing doodly. He's been doing good. Captain Bout, what's up, sexy German man? And what about Tiny Mama? Does he like her? Wow, that was horrible. My bad. Tiny Mama seems like she's kind of afraid of him. Like Ronnie, is offensive towards the dude. Poofers is both. Sometimes she's offensive, sometimes she's defensive. Sometimes she hisses at him and other times she runs from him. Mama just doesn't really seem to like the dude. Kind of wonder, as odd as it may be, if the dude and her know each other because they were outside at the same time at one point. So maybe she does know him and she doesn't like him, or she just doesn't like him because he's new. Not really sure, but guess we'll see how it goes. Either way. Oh, that's kind of convenient. When it falls off, sometimes it sticks to the magnet. Boop. That over here. Put that down there. Put this piece of the 1911 over there. Alright. Let's see where we're at here. Yes, there's Tiny Mama pants. She's been good. Like, everybody's been good. Ronnie's been Ronnie's been a little kind of clingier. Like, he wants me to pick him up more. And Ronnie used to, not. I've always been the one that, Ronnie's kind of been closest to. And early on, I was able to pick him up every once in a while and he wouldn't freak out, kind of thing. Because he just didn't really like getting picked up. But now he just wants me to basically carry him around all the time. Which is fine. Mama still doesn't understand how to get picked up. Like, you hold her and she just kind of stands on your hands and your arms instead of settling in. I kind of feel like that's just how it is with her, but you just kind of get used to it. And Poofers, every once in a while I can pick her up, and every once in a while she wants right back down, but she's always been like that. But at least with me, if she doesn't want to get picked up, she just hops down. Other people, if you try to touch her, she will end your life. Renex, I've got a weird dog that is less affectionate than my black tomcat, and it's normal cat affection. Seems like some animals, that's just what they do. Oh, and Boozy, yes, I'm wearing socks and my cat slip-on things because I've got the air conditioner running and my feet are fucking cold. I'm also feeling a little off earlier today. I feel okay now, but I was really off earlier today. That thing where, no matter what you do, you can't warm up. So I put the socks on and that actually helps. Well, I did a whole bunch of things at once. Got big meal, got something warm to drink, put on socks, and, everything started to work out. So I think I may have just been really fucking hungry and just didn't realize it. Let's see the dude. Can we see the dude? Not really. Shaky cam. So, but I'm feeling pretty good now. I wasn't sure I was going to make it till 7, but I'm fine for, doing whatever till whenever. And like I said, we'll catch up with these emails and new messages from folks here after this. 2 of my cats had a fallout. Oh, had a fallout, huh? Yeah, occasionally those two, they're quote, good friends, they hang out a lot, but every once in a while, Mama just gets really mad at everybody. And, people will walk up and she'll just start hissing and swiping and just getting all pissy. But, cheers, everybody. Yeah, let's do it. Hey, actually, hold on. Cheers to Beefcake. May he, one of these days, actually decide he wants something to eat. Cheers. My GSD isn't very cuddly, but he wants to just be within arm's reach, but not snugly. Yeah, GSD. I don't know what GSD is. I'm thinking something dog? GSD. Maybe that was something mentioned earlier that I should know? I don't know. C2S, has Mike been in and I missed him? No, I haven't seen Delta Mike. Mediocre it is. Probably worth taking a look at. I'm seeing some decent. Oh, we're still doing the server things now. Zapped Poofers is now in seconds. Oh, wait a minute. Shit, we're staring at Beefcake. Sorry. Ooh, too fast. Yeah, Poofers is always on seconds or thirds or tenths. And, like, the dude is getting poofier than she is, so... Gooey, sticky dog. Oh, German Shepherd dog. I think you're right there, JB. German Shepherd. I feel like I may have heard that before. Gray short hair. Okay. Well, that would be GSH. Summer tires and cold temps on my car are rather dangerous. And that's me being polite. Yeah. I guess it depends on the car and the handling. Like, you know, obviously some cars don't really matter, but then I guess it all depends on where you are. Like some places, if you don't have... Well, actually, no, I shouldn't say that, because I work with at least one person that puts winter decks. I think they just put their winter tires on, or getting ready to put their winter tires on, but they have a BMW. So maybe that's a Beamer thing. If I'm not mistaken, aren't like summer Beamer tires just so soft that they just don't stick to anything anyway, except for dry road? Oh, it's doing that weird focus bounce. I think there is a focus lock, but again, you get locked into just half blurry, half okay. Let me zoom out, see if that'll help. Renex says remaining cat Rigel is 15 years old. Graham says, yep, I have a BMW. Oh, okay, well, I guess that makes sense then. Yeah, I've really around the States, or at least around in Maryland, you really only hear about winter tires if it's like a BMW. I don't know. Rigel, right? Okay, Rigel. Okay. I was there looking at it, like, isn't that Rigel? Why does it feel? Isn't it like a star or something? Rigel star. Seventh brightest star in the night sky, and the brightest star of Orion. Oh, that's why I know it, because Orion's my boy. With Orion's belt points, like how... Well, let's see. If you're looking at the camera, for me, like if Orion's, you know, standing, he looks kind of like at this angle. Like, you know, he's kind of up that, well, that way. Well, fuck, camera's backwards. So he looks like that. Like, and his head's like up here, and that's like his belt. Well, if you follow his belt this way, you see a twinkly fucking super crazy going ballistic star, and that is Sirius, the dog star, which is my favorite star. Just so happens to, and it wasn't, I didn't even know it was Sirius. I just look, I went, that's a twinkly fucking star. That's cool. It's bright and twinkly, and it turns out it's the dog star. So, or Rigel from Farscape. Okay, I never really watched Farscape. Yeah, Franco, right? It's a star or a character in Farscape. Okay. Never really watched Farscape too much. Now, what are these two doing? They're all over the place. I wouldn't be surprised if dude was on the other side of the door looking in. Sometimes you can actually see him through the door with this camera. Or if I just walk up to it, I can just look at him. He's getting used to me walking up and just like a little tap on the door. I'm like, hey, and it'll just, and then it'll come through the door. So he's getting used to like just walking through the door on his own, as opposed to, like I would have to open it a lot. Can we see him? I don't see anything that would make me think it's him. Because you'd usually see the big white poof of his chest right there. Alright, let's back this out on very steppily. Is that a word? She leave? Whoa, whoa. It's because of where the camera's mounted. It's got a twist weird. But there's Mama sitting on my sump pump that I still haven't put in for the past 2 years. If dude comes out, which she occasionally does come out to hang out, if he pops back out, I'll flip it back over, because I keep an eye on that all the time anyway. That general area here. I'll actually move the camera. That'll be a little easier to see if he comes out. Alright. Mr. S, I'm going to visit my sister's baby cats again tomorrow. Well, baby cats are good. Speaking of Mr. S, let's see what we have. For Slippy Fish from February of 2012. Okay. Bottom capture. That's the bench shot. That is not bottom. There we go. So we have a launch of some sort occurring. Something is in a big hurry to get there. It kind of looks like an Atlas, judging by the small little boosters on the side. If I can get a better look, I can see if it's like a 4 or 5, but it does kind of look like an Atlas and a submarine. 'Cause sub. Cool. Well, thank you for those. Hopefully Slippy got to see what you wanted him to see. And what we got from... Ooh, what in the world? Here are some photos of an LED project using globes from broken LED lights. Okay. And a milk bottle. Which, wow, that looks like an American milk bottle. Or wait a minute, is that square or rectangle? Because ours are mostly square. Okay. Those are blurry LEDs, yeah. Thought that said LEDs on babies at first. I was like, that's one way to put them. There's the glue gun and its little hole. Finished, wrong LED, wrong resist. Oh yeah, it's kind of dim. That seems kind of bright. But either way, that looks good. Good project in the making. Assuming Franco is still here and hasn't left. May have missed that. Let's see, what else we got here? We have from Jacques Attack. God. Fun ways to hang your laundry. If I did more laundry, I would probably do that. That's pretty good. I definitely approve of that. What else we got here? That would be a colossal if that were an actual dude. That'd be like catching a whale. No resistor. Where are the strings of hot glue? Oh, you know they're around. They are everywhere. Memories with me and Mom jogging together. Yeah, it seems like a bunch of people had an interesting childhood like that. I got my ass beat when I was growing up, but it was with a belt, not a switch or a pole or whatever the fuck blunt instrument happened to be laying around. And Boozy. Your thoughts. Let's see. Spend one night in the world's quietest room, negative 24.9 decibels, and win $1 million. Yeah, I've heard you you go fucking crazy in there. I don't know if it's all it's doing is one. I only see one picture. I'm not sure why it says 1 out of 4. There's only one here, but okay. I may have just been how the Scout was on. But yeah, I've heard about that, and I'd like to try it, but I don't know where the fuck the place is or if they'd have me, but I go through I get so preoccupied in my brain anyway. I kind of feel like I do okay. Like maybe not the full hour, but I feel like I do okay. Oh, anybody here ever been in one of them rooms? Super quiet rooms like that? I see videos on them all the time and people talking about them, but I've never actually tried it. Grandma used a wooden spoon off the wall. Oh, yeah. I have no idea what to do with them now. Still here. Oh, okay. I have no idea what to do with them now. I mean, hang them in pairs and just say everybody else to see you got a couple of balls hanging out. Seemed like that would work. Oh, yeah. Top of the hour, everybody. Cheers, everybody. Top of the hour. Yeah, I don't know, Lori. A 24-hour, I have a feeling if I was in there for that long, I would just get some of the best fucking sleep of my life. I mean, I ain't that close to the city, but it does sometimes get a little noisy around here. Especially on the weekends when people don't want to turn their goddamn radios down. But that's not that bad. I am still a little concerned at who may or may not be moving in next door, because remember I told you, like where Dude's bro lives? Where Dude bro, I just call him Dude bro. Where, you know, he's pretty much hangs out over there, and they're like, we don't know if we want to take him or not. Because he's just a neighborhood cat that just happened, well, now he has a house. Like, he actually bought him a dog house and heated blanket and everything in it. And I'm like, if you're going to a big spot, I'm sure he'd love it, and it would keep your mouse population and stuff down. Because, like, he is very used to them. Like, he basically just lives there. But they also said if need be, I'll take the house and he can just, he just has to move next door and then we can go from there and see what happens. Like, he doesn't really come over here that much anymore. I think just because, like, most of the cats don't. I almost wonder if the dude had something to do with getting everybody over here, because after the dude came in, like, outside cats was pretty steady, but then it just dropped off. Like, I still see them. Like, the cats are still around, but they don't really come by anymore, even with food. So, don't know. But, I mean, I see him all the time. And it's weird, because they've seen each other through the glass, but, like, the dude always just walks away. Like, he could give a fuck less. Which kind of makes me wonder if his brother was, like, dominant over him, like, just kind of an asshole to him. Because I did notice a lot of times when they'd both walk up, if the dude got there first and started eating, Dude bro would walk up and just kind of swat him out of the way, and then Dude would just sit there and wait. And that's why I put 2 bowls out there. But then sometimes Dude bro would be eating at one bowl, the dude would walk up to the other one and still get swatted at. So it was like, oh, good lord. Franco says the quiet room wouldn't silence the voices in my head. Oh, apparently they make, from what people say, they make the voices in your head scream quite louder than they normally would. Lockwatcher says, my house was quiet like that before Vala. Vala seemed like a big, she's a big old dog that just likes to do everything with running and teeth and bark. I would think 0 decibels would be as quiet as you can go. Yeah, I don't know how the negative thing goes. I don't necessarily know how decibels work, but I would think 0 would be as quiet as you can go. I do agree with that. You can vary the weight of the steering, but making it more weighty is even worse. What are you talking about? Now we're talking about the Beamers. Yeah, I don't know how you get negative decibels, but I'm guessing that means 0 decibel is at a baseline that's not silence, or I mean, are there different levels of silence? I don't know. I may have to look into that. That's interesting. Official dude report. I just kind of, sort of gave it. But, man, he's good. Like I said, him and Poofers are not really hanging out, but at least they're not always mad at each other anymore. Real Monk says 0 decibels is a reference level, but negative is lower. Okay. I didn't know that. That's good. But yeah, all that shit's sound absorbing and sound reflective to, so you don't hear a fucking thing. Like, from what I understand, it's surreal, it's so quiet, because we're so used to hearing, like, micro echoes and different reverb sounds. And the one video I was watching kind of explained it as just us making noise gives us a reference, like a subconscious reference of where we are physically in a room, because we get used to hearing those, like, micro echoes and shit like that. And apparently going in there, some people get dizzy. They get all fucked up because they have none of that reference anymore, which might be part of the problem. Like, a lot of people do get kind of sick. And the ones that don't get sick just lose it because you can literally hear your blood moving through your fucking veins and your heart beating and all that. But there's not, every once in a while I hear my heart beating when I'm laying down trying to sleep, but it doesn't really bother me. It usually kind of gives me a rhythm to go to sleep. Franco says, when you talk in one of those rooms, your voice sounds quieter and flat. Oh, yeah. Like I said, because you're not getting that full wraparound effect from all the little echoes that you don't even realize are there. I mean, granted, as talking in a room, I have blankets hanging on the walls and, just stuff to help deflect sounds so it doesn't sound echoey in here. And that room is just that to the millionth degree. Yeah, you want to hear a hiss from a fucking MRE, you'll definitely hear it in that goddamn room on the microphone. Let's see, like a background radiation. My tinnitus would go mad in here. Oh, yeah. My ear. I'm assuming because of my activities from the past 3 Sundays, my ears, every once in a while I'm starting to hear the ring kind of come in and go out, and I'm like, well, no, my fucking ear pro works, but either way, when you're that close to a rifle firing, but that's also why I wear the earplugs and the ear pro, and I got new hearing protection, because when I went to hang out with Killer Mike, he had some, the fuck are they, Howard Lay impacts or something, but his, I could actually hear, like, it seems, I don't know, but it seemed like it focused on voice sound. Like it had a little, fucking crossover in there or something for voice sound. But the razors I got, which are, like, supposed to be the better ones, like, all you hear is everything. There's no background noise filter. There's no nothing. Like, Ed could be fucking 4 feet from me and I couldn't hear him unless he was speaking directly at the microphone. But yeah, I got those Howards, so the next time I go out to a range, I'm going to take them both with me and see how good they do. And Mike also, because I checked with Mike to see exactly which ones he had, and actually ended up getting 2 pairs, because, at this point I'll have whichever my main pair is, be it the Impacts or the Razors. Then I'll keep one of the Howards in the truck, just in case, because you never fucking know. And then I'll have a backup pair for either backup or if my parents were, like, interested. Well, my stepmom was. My dad, he might, but my stepmom was actually interested. I don't think she's ever fired a gun before. And my dad, I need to talk to him. He was actually over here a couple weeks ago. He just kind of showed up. Needed help with getting some stuff put in the computer. But I kind of want to, one of the reasons why I'm really trying to tune the recoil out of Abigail is I want to see if my dad wants to shoot it, because he was in the Vietnam War, so he got to handle my baby's great-great-grandfather, the fucking the OG fucking, you know, rifle that the AR-15 is based on. But he's also old as fuck. Still gets up, you know, still does fine. But he's old, so I don't necessarily want to give him, you know, and blow his fucking shoulder off. Like, you know, I wouldn't let him touch any of Ed's guns. Especially not the Green Beast. But, yeah, I got new headphones. Oh, and I got the, per Killer Mike's recommendation, I got the gel cups. Instead of like the, you know, how most earphones in general come with that like thin pleather shit that cracks after 2 months of wearing them. I got the gel things for them. They're a lot better. I mean, that's even on these. Like these even came with that like cheap pleathery stuff, but I got the little fluffy fucking like stuffed animal, like fleecy stuffed animal-y whatever fucking headphones, and that's why I can wear these. I mean, Christ, we did that Doom stream. I've done multiple 24-hour streams, and these are fine. Like, they are actually comfortable, and that's with glasses. Because anybody that wears glasses knows you get the wrong headphones, they just push in, and you just get that fucking headache right there. But these do not at all, and never have. Velour, yeah, whatever they are. I got them off. They were like $10 off Amazon, like generic, no name, whatever. But they fucking work great for these headphones. Franco Walker, there are two types of people in the world: those that understand binary and those that don't. Obviously, you can see which one I am, because the other people are going to read that a little differently. Even if they read it all the way through, they still may not get that. What do we got here, Gramshaw? Some more stuff here. It's to do with the rack they used. Are we talking bad about boobies? The latest M3CS has it fixed, which is of no use. Alas, the M3 has 275 section front tires. Oh, right, with and the M340i has 225s, like a 1 or 2 series. Fuck, like my old Cavalier had 205s on it. Like, yeah, I would think you want a little more performance tire out of a BMW than a relatively skinny tire like that. Jag Attack, breaking news. Man faints on luggage carousel at the Glasgow airport. He is slowly coming round. There are two types of people in the world: those that can extrapolate from incomplete. Oh, I've heard that one too. Now we're really getting there. Renquist, nice. Atgalar, what's up, buddy? Is thinking an octal today. You know what? Sometimes you have that. Sometimes you have a decimal day. Sometimes you have a hexadecimal day. Sometimes it's octals. Sometimes it's binary. In hex, Hefe isn't 0. Well, in hex, Hefe, isn't that just Mexican Jeff? Shit, says Zenzinger. My 98 Impreza had 195, 55, 15s. Right tire, dead hook, an on-ramp at 55 miles an hour. Fair enough. How often did those fucking tires wear out? Rex, I had to wear hard hat, safety glasses, gloves, earplugs, and steel-toed boots daily at work for 27 years. Harnesses on really bad days. Yeah, it's pretty much every day for me. Pretty much exactly that, except I don't wear earplugs or ear protection every day. That kind of just depends on where I'm at. Galar, working with early GPIP gear. HP used octal notation for most of the specs. That's weird. And now my head hurts. Yeah, I could see that. That's weird. Chris hates touching velour. I don't know if this is actually velour or not. Let me see what it is described as. And let me do that in a browser that it'll actually work on. What, are these velour or are they something else? Amazon, returns, and orders. Search all orders. Cup. Cup. Cup, cup, cup. Cup, cup, cup. Really? Okay. Headphone. Just headphone. Not headphones. Headphone. Replacement ear pads. Compatible with DT770. 880. Lots of numbers. So they have memory foam. And the name is your typical Amazon name that you can't pronounce because there's just not enough letters. So it's memory foam, and let's see, it increases thickness. The thickness. High quality velvet fabric. Yeah, it is velvet. Velvet and memory foam. There it is. Yeah, this is the company. This is how you spell the company's name. LTYIVABHTTW. Kind of wonder if this company is owned by cats and that's just what they managed to work out when they like landed on the keyboard. Good Christ. But yeah, they're nice. For headphones, like super soft velvet with some memory foam is the fucking jam. I remember the days you could get a rack, boobs, for 20 pounds or less from the breakers and have it bolted up in an afternoon. I wouldn't want to do a modern one. Are you talking like rack and pinion, or steer? I'm guessing you guys are talking about steering, so I'm guessing rack and pinion. I think the funnest rack and pinion I did was on a 95 or 96 Corvette. That's back when I was working at Pep Boys. I was helping one of the techs out, and I went, "What the fuck?" And he went, "Yeah, I have no idea." Well, we figured it out. Boss got mad at me because I wasn't at the parts counter for like an hour, but I fucking helped that dude get his quote through so he didn't fucking run over. Oh, you guys are talking rack and pinions? Okay. So not booby racks, steering racks. But remember, a proper steering rack can get you into the right direction to find a booby rack. An M3 might be 4,200. Yours was 3,500, depending on how much junk you had in it. Now, my Cavalier was, I think that was after I was done with it. It was about 3,100 on those 205 55 16s. They were the 5-star aluminum wheels off of a 2001, 2002 Z24. I rolled them for years, and that fucking thing would stick to everything, especially once they got a little bit warmed up. Nope, Franco's out. See you later, Franco. Appreciate you hanging out there, buddy. A couple more minutes to another toasty toast. Keith, I need a new suit of velour. Keith. Keefy, that's a fun word. That can be a fun word. Can we call them a puppy rack? Puppy rack. Well, puppy rack, that would be kind of like a hardwire bra, wouldn't it? Because that'd be like more of a rack for the puppies. I wouldn't really want to call anything soft a rack. That would be more like a sling, which is actually what the fuck they're called. Wheels and tire are definitely bigger than they need to be on most modern cars. It's a money thing, in my opinion. Sometimes. I mean, you also got to remember, your normal daily-ish drivers, well, that back in the day you weren't spending more than 25,000 on. They can put whatever tire they want on them, they still suck. But once you get up into the, well, at this point, I don't know, it's hard to tell because prices are all over the fucking place. Because, you know, once the thing hit in 2020, prices went up. Oh, don't worry, prices will come down. They never fucking come down. I get tired of them bugging morons telling, oh, well, prices will come back down. It's just a thing. No, they won't. Because as soon as you figure out we're still going to buy this shit at the elevated price, you just fucking leave it there. And then the normal price becomes the twice a year sales price because they're being generous to us. Meanwhile, all these companies have fucking billions, trillions of dollars in goddamn profit, ain't doing a fucking thing with it, and the rest of us are starving to death. All right. Anyway. Fucking hell. Pianoman, my senator, had 215-70 15s on them as standard, and I changed them to 225 17s, and it felt great. Why'd you go, like a 225 60 or 65? Shorten that sidewall up a bit. What's up? Is that Lycas? Lycas? It sounds like the car in Scum. Hello, Boris. Back to Russia. Your family needs you. Well, hi, Boris. This is what in the fuck in the background. Settle down. I will never settle down. Actually, it's 7:20, so let's try to settle down. Cheers, everybody. Oh shit, we were supposed to do a potato chip poll, weren't we? Chat overlay, chat bot. I don't have any. Well, I got Streamo. I don't have the socials chat bot. I don't know that can really do anything for me. Emotes wall? What the fuck is emotes wall? Is that new? Where the hell's the poll? There's the poll. What was that? Another give on. Okay, we'll do another. We'll do a double toast. Here, let me grab this one. Cheers, everybody. Thank you there, Mr. S. All right, what are we doing? Potato chip flavor? Favorite. Wow, good spelling. Favorite potato chip flavor. I don't want the fucking biscuit heads to get lost and not know what the fuck we're talking about. Or God, I don't know how to fucking spell this. Favorite. That's probably right. Crisp flavor for the biscuit heads. All right. So what do we got here? We have plain. Well, no, not plain. Let's do salted. Let's just face it. No, not many people like unsalted potato chips. I'm not saying there aren't some of you watching, but you are going to be way in the minority. So I think we're going to move past that one and just go for like flavory flavors. So we have salted, which would just be your standard chip. We have salt and fucking vinegar. What the fuck? I'm gonna fucking ban all you assholes. Anyway, let's see. Salt and vinegar. What's the one I like? French. What the hell's? Is it French onion chips? Is that it? Just French onion? Those I like a lot. I think it's French onion flavored. Does that sound right, y'all? God, why can't I spell French? Oh, probably because it's not capitalized, but it shouldn't be. All right, French onion dippy flavor. Do they want unsalted or what? Or can they only have sour? Yeah, sour cream. That's what it is. Thank you, sour cream and onion. What else are we looking at? French armpit, possibly. And we're kind of going towards like normal flavors. I'm not necessarily looking for like avocado, tomato, fucking bacon, biscuit, fucking, herbicide chip, like some standard issues. Like a salt and vinegar, sour cream and onion. Let's just do spicy in general, like a spicier chip, like Ed's saying. Barbecue chips are really fucking good. We'll do a cheese. We'll say cheesy for cheddar or the different, and cheesy can cover Doritos. Keep that in mind. Cheesy can cover Doritos because Doritos is a cheesy chip. So if you're all about Doritos, we're kind of going to slide that in there because it is a chip. I mean, yeah, it's it's one of those with cheese on it, but it's still a chip. Ketchup, plain, not easy being cheesy. I think we'll go with that. So we got Salted salt and vinegar, sour cream and onion, spicy barbecue and cheesy. Let's see. Enable poll. Now let's see if it works. See, I like salted. And it's working. Okay, good. Okay, I voted for salted. Just do the number. No weird thing. They finally got just the number. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Just type that in the chat, whichever chat you are in. And that should start to populate. Pringles, First We Feast Hot Ones is a good one. Pringles are a weird chip, and Pringles kind of cover the flavors mostly anyway. I don't understand you salt and vinegar people, though. There's something weird about them chips, but then again, I know there's a lot of people that like a lot of different food with like malt vinegar and different vinegar and stuff like that. Oh, thoughts, yeah, got that one, got those. I think we're all caught up. Is any cats out there? No cats. Everyone's voting. C2S, I like sour stuff too. I don't know they have like really sour chips, do they? Anything that would be sour-ish? What's up, JB? I don't know if I said hey to you yet. Oh, MK, what's up? Oink. Don't think I said hi to you yet. Andy. Feel like I can see everyone that's here now. Lori, I think I'm getting everybody called up. Salt and vinegar is a good one when you want electrolytes back in, or at least that's what I tell myself. Whatever works for you, Ed. If that's what you think, then you just go right ahead and think that there, bud. Have a look at a BMW X5 or X7 rears. They're just like 315s or something like that. Stupid one. Yeah, some of them Beavers, they got some wide motherfucking back tires. I mean, they're approaching like drag slick fucking widths. And from what I understand, the tread on them, it kind of lends to the drag. Super sticky, you're going to wear the fuck out kind of thing. All right, now we got cheesy based ones, which, like I said, includes Doritos. And then the basic bitch chip. Spicy. Oh, no, wait, spicy. Spicy's in second place. All right. Okay. Is the salt and vinegar packet blue or green? That would be blue. Green is the sour cream and onion. Red, for most companies, is like your basic bit, you know, your basic flat. Or no, red. Actually, red is wavy. Well, Lay's wavies are red. Ruffles wavy or blue. Most of your regular chip bags are like yellow-ish, depending on like the company. But yeah, I used to never remember what fucking flavors were unless I looked at the color as well. Like most of the sour cream and onion chips here are green, white, and like a little bit of yellow in there. Graham Shaw. Anyway, I'm struggling to keep my eyes open. Let's get to bed. Good night, everyone. Sleep well, and thank you. You as well. May you dream of BMW steering racks all night. Actually, that might be a mean thing to say. May you sleep well and think of fluffy BMWs. I've seen ketchup chips before. I don't really know anybody that eats them. Like, it's one of them things that's like, yeah, I'll eat it if it's there, but I ain't really looking for a ketchup chip. I think I've tried them before, and I was just like, nah. Is it raining out? Either raining or somebody's trying to get in my window. So it's either raining or we're about to have a really fucking interesting live stream. It is raining. Okay. Isn't yellow for cheese and onion or green? The yellows, I know Lay's yellows, I think, are plain. I know there's a plain yellow one out there. Cheese and onion, I don't know if I've seen cheese and onion chips much, but I don't really look for them either. I just look, grab Doritos sometimes, but I always grab those Ruffles, the family size big bag of Ruffles, which is blue. Ketchup is Canadian, says eFault. That, Dan, y'all can keep it. Y'all got some fucking weird shit. I've been watching a lot of your, like, lawmakers and fucking people doing dumb shit up there, like trying to totally fuck all your rights up. And then I watched this thing. It seems like the farther west they go, the more fucked you are as far as Canada concerned. Because, like, big Canada's to the east, and they just treat Western Canada like the fucking redheaded stepchild and just take all their money and all that shit. Ed, I have a Primary Arms SLX5X Micro Prism coming Friday. So that's the one up from the one I have. I have the SLX1X Micro. That's all right. I have, if we're going to play that game, I have a Vortex Strike Eagle 5X26 by 56 millimeter, 34 millimeter first focal plane red EBR7C MOA reticle, also on its way, because I found that motherfucker $400 off. And I ain't gonna pass up a deal like that, especially with what it's going on. eFault says Scruff has Trump and thinks Canadians are getting screwed by politicians. Yeah, really. I mean, we are, but not like y'all. Yeah, well, sometimes you need to look outside of your fucked upness and look at somebody else's and go, yeah, that sucks over there too. All right. Josh likes lots of flavors of chips. That's good. It is good to have variety, because sometimes you go somewhere and there ain't nothing but shit left. How are we doing on our poll anyway? Let's see. Cheesy is winning. Still spicy, and then regular salted. That's about right. Like, keep going. Anybody that hasn't voted, if you want to vote, just type the number. I can't bet like that. Just type the number in chat, and it'll tell you. Rob likes to mix them up. I've never really done like a chip mix thing. I don't see it being a problem, but I've never really seen that. Zap Sparky says lamb and mint sauce chips were something. And that pause was there purposely. That, I don't, they really make, and that's the problem with potato chips. They're so universal and like basic on their own that people just keep eating, keep adding all kinds of fucking weird flavors to them, and you get this weird shit like we were talking about earlier, where it's like this and that and this and this herb and that fruit and this vegetable and a little bit of meat and a little bit of this and some more of that, and then bang, and there's your fucking chip. And it's like, what the fuck, man? I'm just trying to get some crunch out of my sandwich. Do you dip plain crisps in tomato ketchup or not? As Top Smoke. That, no. That sounds like a horrible fucking thing to do. One, we're dealing with plain potato chips, which I'm assuming you mean unsalted, and if that's the case, I most of the time an unsalted chip I won't even bother eating. Like, I will just find something else. What's up, Brantley Gang? How about a good pack of nostalgic hubble, like, you mean Hubba Bubba bubble gum? Hubba Bubba, yeah, Hubba Bubba bubble, fuck, man. Hubba Bubba bubble gum. That was my favorite fucking gum growing up. Especially when, didn't some of them have like at some point they came out with ones that had like little flavored gel something in them? Or was that another one? But yeah, Hubba Bubba, if that's what you're trying to say, Hubba Bubba bubble gum. That was some good shit growing up. Who knows if they even fucking make it anymore. Barbecue is stuck. Well, I got one. Or is it like stuck? Like not registering stuck? As the, I wonder if these can time out. I wouldn't think so. But no, I didn't. Well, you may have also seen people re-voting for something they may have already. Rob says Hubba Bubba was lush when I was in school. Oh yeah, I always got strawberry. I always got strawberry Hubba Bubba. Occasionally I get actual bubblegum flavored, but strawberry Hubba Bubba was always the best Hubba Bubba. Hubba Bubba. I liked the cinnamon gusher type gun. I've had that. There's C2S. That's good too. Anything cinnamon is usually just not quite cinnamon. It's more just spicy, red heart flavored, not quite cinnamon, but just like grapes don't really taste like grapes and bananas don't. Well, bananas, apparently from what I understand, banana flavor, how our banana flavor doesn't taste like bananas, it's because it was based on the other banana. For those that don't know, the bananas we eat are all one fucking genetic strain of banana. Like they are cloned. Like they are exact replicas of them. They're just different looking because they're like grown in different places and things are all a little bit different. And apparently it's been like that for, I think, 3 generations of banana, where it was based on one and literally just cloned across the world. And then like years, decades ago or whatever, like some virus came out that affected that banana and it just wiped them all out. So then we had to go, then we had like a new banana thing. And apparently that's worrisome because there's some virus that's trying to fuck with it. But yeah, so banana flavored is actually based on the other banana, not our current banana, which tastes fucking different. So that's one of them weird things you find out. Banana hammock. I don't know that there's any bananas around here that necessarily need a hammock, but I do own like 5 hammocks. I know I own 4. I may own, no, I do own 5 because I got that bonus hammock. They're like, hey, you're buying this big ass fucking hammock and all this shit for it. Do you want another hammock for $20? I'm like, all right, cool. So I have like, yeah, like 5 hammocks. 2 of them are covered, like what I call covered. You know, they're full screened in hammocks. My old one and my new one. And then the other ones are just open hammocks. Pretty sure I got 5 of them. I know goddamn sure I got 4. Pretty sure I got 5. Them I need to use like 1. But I got extras. Friendly gang. When you try something like 15 years ago, it tasted good. Or not gonna lie, when you try something 15 years ago, it tastes good, but 15 later is when you tried the same thing, it tastes horrible. I have noticed that too. There's a lot of things when you grow up, you're like, oh, that was great. And then you go find it again and it tastes like shit. But sometimes I wonder if it's because, I mean, let's face it, 10, 15, 20 years, the way the fucking laws go in this country and other countries, as far as what ingredients you can use, how much sugar you can put in it, how much of your mom you can put in it, you know, what fucking flour you're using, you know, where your ingredient is sourced from. Because remember, a tomato from Maryland is going to taste completely different than the exact same tomato grown in like California. So sometimes I wonder if that's the problem. We go back to eat something that tasted really good a long time ago, but it's gone through so many fucking regulatory changes because of food ingredients, and that's why this shit tastes different. If y'all get what I'm saying. Sometimes I really wonder if that's what's happening. Because I mean, like, fuck, look at McDonald's. Every fucking country that has a McDonald's, they're all completely different recipes because of all the regulation, especially because McDonald's uses some fucked up shit sometimes. Well, that and the fact that they are the #1 largest consumer of beef in the world. Like, they are bigger than, what was it, like 2 through 5, which are other fast food restaurants. It's like you combine 2 through 5, like 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th place of the top consumers, and they match almost match fucking what McDonald's uses. Oh yeah, MK, that or price cutting. Yeah, when you want to make something that tastes good cheaper, so you use just a general cheaper ingredient. Boy, does that fucking happen a lot too. Rob says there's so many different types of bananas in Southeast Asia. Some were for cooking only. Yeah, I've heard some they're just not good unless you kind of cook them down some. Miniature bananas in Asia and Egypt will give you the shits like crazy if you eat too many. I feel like I've heard that. Either way, I don't have to worry about that. I can eat whatever bananas are fucking sitting on the shelf. And remember, don't eat a fucking banana if it's got green on it. Give it time. When you start seeing the brown spots, it doesn't mean the banana is brown. It just means you're just starting to see it, and that means it's actually ripening. The sugars have been produced and are doing their thing, and it gets a little softer and it tastes a lot better. I actually said this at work in our service office, how, like, out loud to everybody, because the fucking banana thing came up. I said, I think it's fucking hilarious that there are people in here that will not eat a banana because it's got a little brown spot on it, but as soon as your fucking partner gets home, you will dive into that dick or pussy with fucking sweat and all kinds of shit on it, because you know how you get sometimes. I find that amazing that, like, people, men, whether it's men or women, whatever, they will take the nastiest fucking dick and suck that fucking thing, but you give them a banana with the fucking tiny brown spot on it, and they fucking lose their shit. I've always thought that was fucking hilarious. People will eat some of the nastiest shit or put their mouth on some of the nastiest shit, but when you see a banana with a tiny spot on it, they lose their mind, even though that's the best fucking time for a banana. Yeah. See, to us, when I make banana bread, I pour banana out of the peel. Yeah, when you make banana bread, you kind of want it to just about be rotten, because then it is really fucking good. It's just very difficult to eat, but it bakes up amazingly. Chris says, I hate green bananas. Yeah. Yellow bananas with spots have converted a lot of their fiber into sugars. Is that what it is? Your fiber into sugar? Okay. But yeah, that's the longer you go, the sweeter they get and the softer they get. Now, obviously, you know, as we're saying, if it gets fucking rotten, they're still good. Like, bananas are one of those few things that can be rotten, but still good. You just gotta, like, cook it up a little bit. I don't even think you have to cook a rotten banana. I think you can still eat them. Boink says, oh my god, I have said that to so many people. It's a good fucking point. I mean, you gotta think about it. Some of the dumbest shit that people will eat and not eat, but then they'll do other things. Yeah, I know people who only eat crunchy bananas, says Andy. Yeah, I know a couple people like that. This soon, I mean, like, you get, okay, there's a cut on my finger. See that little tiny dot on my finger right there? I ain't gonna flip you off. But, like, you'll get a dot smaller than that, and people think that it's time to fucking throw them away. It's like, what the fuck? It's just people that just don't know how to properly eat food. And they've probably been told by other people that they were growing up, you know, your parents were, they probably didn't know how to eat bananas correctly anyway. I don't know. Mr. A-Cake, I don't suck a spotty penis. Yeah, you probably shouldn't. I mean, spotty banana, good. Spotty penis, probably not. Might want to stray away from that one. What about spotted dick, says K-Pelt? Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's covered. Got you covered before I even saw your question. I mean, obviously some spotted dick's okay. But a dick that is spotted is a completely different thing. Now, the best thing to do to counteract a bad spotted dick is to find a nice blue-footed booby. Because then, you know, they kind of counteract each other. They should be eating plantains instead. Yeah, a little tiny nair. I've had cooked plantains, which I think you have to cook plantains if I'm not mistaken, but I know I've had cooked plantains and they're fine. You know, it's one of the things that's like, yeah, it's like coleslaw. You eat it when it's there because it's good, but you really don't go out looking for coleslaw unless there is like a party or something. That's one of the guys on the local radio station. It's like Lenny Kravitz. You don't go looking to listen to Lenny Kravitz, but if Lenny Kravitz comes on, you kind of jam a little bit. But you don't go looking for him, just like coleslaw. Like, that's one of the things. I've actually hit him with that a couple times. I've even, like, sent in text messages to the show, like, bringing that up. That, yeah, Lenny Kravitz is the coleslaw of the music industry. Locke says, plantains are great, but not raw like a banana. Okay. Blue boobies with a big dick, says Mr. A-Cake. I don't know how big bird dicks are. If I ever find out, I'll let you know. Well, K-Pelt may have something there. Is that like Vienna sausage? It comes in a little can like Spam, I think. What, Spotted Dick? I thought Spotted Dick was another bird, or is that a food? You can never tell with these biscuit head fucking recipes. Spotted Dick recipe. Oh, it's a recipe. Oh, that's right. Traditional spotted dick. A quintessential British dessert, spotted dick represents everything that is delicious about traditional English cooking. So you biscuit heads really like your dick. That's good to know. Tender steamed pudding dotted with succulent currants is drizzled with a luxuriously rich and creamy vanilla custard. It's pure heaven. What is spotted dick? Spotted what? Don't give me that dumb fucking pop-up thing. Yeah, okay, so that's a desserty thing. I feel like we looked that up on this channel a long time ago. Because, I mean, it's some weird UK thing. It's always going to be weird. Sweet slaw on a pulled pork sandwich, says Lockwatcher. That is not uncommon. Yeah, we get that a lot here, but I've tried that, and it was one of them things like coleslaw on a pulled pork sandwich. It's alright. It's not bad. I kind of feel like there might be times I'd really get into it, but not great. Not great. We do love our dick, it must be said, says App Sparky. See, there you go. Biscuit heads and their dick. And I'm gonna have to get one of you biscuit boneheads over here one of these days so I can make you a proper biscuits and gravy. Because y'all don't know what the fuck it is. You get confused as shit whenever one of us bring it up, and you just don't know what the fuck you're missing. Biscuits and gravy is one of the greatest breakfasts ever fucking created. If you know what the fuck you're making and you're not putting beef gravy on top of chocolate chip cookies like biscuit heads seem to fucking think. Derps. Sticky toffee pudding and custard. Sounds good. What's for supper? I have no idea. My appetite is all over the fucking place today. There's C2S. I might do gnocchi. I do have some gnocchi sitting out that I was going to make the other night, but then I ended up ordering pizza because Killer Mike kept talking about goddamn pizza. So here we go. I actually ordered a pizza and a pizza bowl. The pizza bowl being... Yeah, everyone knows how big these fucking things are. Is anything weird on here? No. Okay. So the pizza bowl is about as big as a composition book, and yes, that says YouTube stuff. I don't even know what the fuck's in here at this point. I have GPS coordinates. What? Oh, that's where Mavis is currently slumbering under the water. That is the GPS coordinates for her. And I have notes from BigClive shows, the stuff to talk about. I have something that says Miss Joyce. Did we ever talk about a Miss Joyce? Why does that sound familiar? Why is Miss Joyce brought up twice? Who is Miss Joyce? This sounds like a biscuit thing. And then I turn the page and it says BCG, check roll pin. Okay. But yeah, anyway. So about that big is the breakfast bowl, and it's one of the like thin folded cardboardy fucking things. About, you know, 1.5 inches deep, and it's like a really thin layer of not really cooked crust, which is fine. But then like all your regular pizza stuff on top of it, and you kind of just fork and knife it. Brantley needs subs. I had a chicken salad sub a few days ago for lunch. Besides that, I had cheeseburger sub a couple weeks ago. I don't eat subs that much. I do like subs. I just don't get, like, most of the time I'm eating a sub, it's like a chicken salad sub that I order with my crab cakes. Because there's some of you know I get at least one crab cake. Usually, actually, right now it's averaging about one crab cake a week. So I'll get a crab cake and fries from Super Subs, and then I'll usually get a either the chicken Alfredo, which I have now, with a big thing of garlic bread, which really isn't garlic bread. They just take a fucking sub roll, barely put any butter and garlic on it, and call it a day. So I take it, I put a bunch of fucking garlic and butter on it, and I stick it in a toaster sideways. Don't run a toaster sideways. I just do dumb stuff. It can actually catch on fire or something. I don't know. Coordinates of Hoffa in a book. No, I do not have the coordinates of Jimmy Hoffa written in a book. I have them somewhere else. And he's fine. He's fine. I take him leftovers every once in a while. He's good. But usually, like I got the crackback, I got chicken Alfredo, but a lot of times I'll get the chicken salad sub with extra red onions, diced tomatoes. Yeah. And it comes, you know, with all your typical, like a little bit of celery, a little bit of whatever in there. Don't some toasters have plastic sides? Asked Zapped. Maybe? I mean, I don't know, man. My Amazon special, which I guess got the cheapest one on Amazon that could do bagels, like that's all metal. I kind of feel like sheet metal is probably going to be cheaper than a heat-resistant plastic. I don't know. Oh, yeah, Fama, I mentioned that earlier. Yeah, coffee, snack bars, apricot spread. Fama sent in another care package. Brantley asked, do you play chess or Monopoly? I used to play chess a little bit. Like, I'm not, like, good at chess. It's just something to do because I know how it... Like, with chess, I know how to move pieces. As far as strategy goes, no fucking idea. Monopoly, I kind of stopped playing that pretty much after I became an adult. It got really rare because Monopoly, it just takes too long for me. I don't really enjoy it. However, I do play, well, when enough people are around, I played Clue, the board game. You know, fucking Colonel Mustard, candlestick in the hallway or whatever. I got really good at that, but I also used to play that game on my old fucking Apple IIc Plus. Had goddamn Clue game on it, and I played the absolute fuck out of that game when I was younger. So I got really good at sorting out and picking shit and all that. Cluedo, yeah, you know it as Cluedo. Yeah, Clue or Cluedo. The biscuit, even the fucking biscuit heads can't even call it right. Cluedo, yes, for the biscuits. But yeah, that's probably my favorite board game would be Clue. But I've been like literally playing that my entire life on and off. You need subs, Brantley gang? Okay, hold on, let's see. Let me go up here. Can I view your channel here? Go to channel. Where is that gonna pop up? Brantley gang. My name is Brantley. I'm a 9-year-old boy that likes weather and geography and sports. I really like tornadoes and maps. I really want to hit 1 million subscribers. Oh, we can give it a chance. Everybody. Here, let me do a little copy paste here. Here's on the YouTube side. Go check out this little dude's page, man. He looks like a cool little guy. You will do well. Just stick to it. It can be a little bit of a pain in the ass, but stick to it. Be active on it, and you'll be all right. Don't do what I do. I just kind of get on here. I don't advertise. I don't really push much. I just kind of show up and do my thing. Get a little active, kind of do what you're doing now. But just be careful. Some streamers don't like when you come into their streams and ask for subs. I don't care. I'm trying here to help everybody, but just know if you go into some streams and people get mad at you, some people think you're trying to like steal their subs. So don't get put off if like you go on a channel and someone gets mean or mad at you because that, but also be, you know, like you're doing here. You just ask for subs. Hey, can I get a couple subs? Don't be like flooding the channel, which you weren't. Like as far as I'm concerned, you handled that well. Just be a little careful. People may get a little pissy. But if you want to go over there and subscribe to them, that'd be cool. Give him a couple more. Diamond Hammer, we gave him that bump a few weeks ago. He's still doing good. He's having a good time playing Icarus. He is way into that game. Like, my man is like building his fucking dream mansion in that bitch. I can't believe of all the shit that he is building. Well, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say shit, but like all the stuff and all the machines and all the things he's building that game. I can't believe the fucking game hasn't crashed. There are so many entities being rendered in with that game. It is amazing to see how smoothly it runs, which is probably because I'm used to playing Scum, and Scum doesn't really do smooth. Like me and Boozy were talking, and like when Scum, even on my computer, ow, yeah, 9800X3D 4090, it does just fine on gaming, and even on mine, when you're running towards a town, it goes smooth, and it goes, does that little micro, like one little micro stutter, and when you see that micro stutter, that's when you know shit's loading in. That's when your puppets are showing up, your NPCs are showing up, or if you're just driving out in the middle of nowhere and the game goes, it usually means some big fuck off base just spawned in, which is a shame because it's nice. I mean, it's a shame because you don't necessarily want to know what's about to happen. But as someone that's played the game so much, when you recognize it, you can't unrecognize that you know something just spawned in. That's, oh wow. And that's one of the only games that does it as bad as it does. And they keep adding shit and not fixing that. Like, there are better ways to load in. Like Epic and Unreal and all of them, they have specifically laid out guidelines on when you have to spawn in a base, you do it priority level, not just all at once. And then you can spread that load out over a second or two because you don't need to have an instant load. Like priority, fence, walls, floors, doors, chests, things in chests, like kind of that, like things you'll see and then go interior wise, like as far as spawning in a base and stuff, but I don't fucking know. And the only reason I know that is because from talking to Gold River Project and them talking about their spawn load issues, they just fucking got with Unreal and went, oh, is that how we do that? Okay. And now they don't really have that problem because they fucking asked for a little bit of help. Holy shit. And look, it worked. You hope I reach 1 million too there, Brantley? Ah, I doubt I ever will, but you know what? I just get on here and have fun, have a good time. And when you're early on, that's what you're doing it for, brother. You're just getting on here, you're having a good time, you're having fun, you're meeting people, and just let it grow naturally. Although I will say, try to focus on one specific thing-ish on your channel, because I do gaming occasionally. Gaming, Legos, and this, you know, Saturday night, like my big show, whatever. And since I do multiple topics on my channel, I don't get recommended to fucking anybody, for the most part, because YouTube doesn't know what to do with my channel. If I really wanted to, I would open up a second channel just for gaming or just for this or that, but then that's just another fucking piece of work to do. So, explore your channel, do your things, see what brings people in versus what you enjoy to do. Try to pick a main topic and kind of focus on that. That should help you out. Who's leaving? Somebody's leaving. Mr. A Cake, Mr. A Cake. Mr. A Cake, are you leaving? Well, if you are, you have a good night. It's not stealing if they're smiling. God, that could be it. Do I play Fortnite? I do not. I played Fortnite Lego for like 2 hours and then I got bored with it. Because it was too much like trying to be Minecraft, and I enjoy Minecraft occasionally still. And it just seemed like I was pushing too hard to be Minecraft with Lego people, and I already play Minecraft, so I don't need another one that's so janky and fucking broke as it was. At least in the beginning. I mean, I don't know if it's gotten any better or if it even still exists. But it wasn't exciting. Jagex asked for help. Here's another shovel and some ammo net. Yeah, Diwa knows what's up. Have a good night, rest, by the way. Will you be live Sunday? Lately I haven't been going live on Sundays, but every once in a while I get a bug up my butt and I'll throw in a game and play. Like, Gold River Project is always on the tip of my keyboard. I'm just waiting for it to get out of demo so I can play it for more than 2 hours at a time. But I've been getting on and every once in a while and kind of following with their updates, but you never know. Sometimes I'm on Sundays, sometimes I'm not. Haven't really been on in a little while, but Like I said, this will be the first Sunday I'm actually home all day. Should be. So that shouldn't be a problem. Sorry, there's fucking something weird on my finger. But, yeah. Either way, I'm always on Wednesdays, every other Thursday with MREs, eating food, and then every Saturday night. Phasma, what's up, bud? Vintage Story is one you might want to look into if you want super hardcore survival crafting in Minecraft style. Vintage Story. Vintage Story. Alright, I got that pulled up. I'll take a look. Thank you. I'll see how that is. Killer Mike was playing something different today. Something new. Forget, I mentioned it earlier. I forgot what the fuck it was. Yeah, got that. I'll take a look at some of those videos later. I'll see what Brantley's all about after the stream. No, I can't even look there. What the fuck, dude? Come on, YouTube. Stepped up. Oh, Surrounded. Oh, I've seen that one. That's that. Yeah, it's got the sort of low graphics, but no, I was kind of looking at that one. I have it written down somewhere. Alright, so that's what he's playing. Okay. Something just bling bling. Give it to, oh, it's top of the hour toast. Yeah, actually, we'll be shutting it down here pretty soon, huh? Oh, I actually got a little bit left. Cheers, everybody. Top of the hour. Appreciate you hanging out, doing your thing. Speaking of MRE, says eFaults. Steve 1999 dropped today. Yeah, he's like last weekend he dropped 2 of them. And I dropped 1 or 2 in the past, I think it was yesterday. That's weird. As he used to do what, like 2 every, he used to do like 1 a month, and then it was like 2 every 2 or 3 months, and now he seems to be doing 2 every month or 2. Either way, good times. Good times. What is the MRE of choice this week? Oh! And I solved the mystery of the missing MRE. Remember I said we were missing the fucking pepperoni pizza? Wah. Well, it turns out we weren't missing an MRE. We just got 2 19s. Instead of a 19 and a 21, well, like 12, 13, 14, 15, blah, blah, blah. They left out the 21, so they left out the shitty one, and they gave us an extra 19. Which is also this week's MRE, which is... Okay. Which is beef patty jalapeno pepper jack. So that may be fucking delicious. Kind of hoping. Even if it's got some janky bread with it, hopefully the patty itself is good and this isn't something made by that fucking shit company that we have spoken about. So yeah, so I guess so I already bought a extra chili. Remember the MRE number 1? I have an extra chili for the missing one, which will be MRE quote 21. So actually it'll be like in a month. So I'll probably just eat that on the side. Shit, that just looks fucking good. I mean, actually, maybe I'll have that tomorrow. I'll let you, well, no, I can't do that. I can't have that tomorrow because I want the first time I eat it to be on stream. So if I eat it before I stream it, then that doesn't count. So okay, I'll eat that later. Fuck. Damn. Is Boink leaving now? Boink, 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 boink. Boink, boink, boink. No. See you next time. Good night. See you later, goofballs. Peace. Be fun and play nice. We will try there, Boink. You have a good one as well. Yeah, I gotta try to get in there on the BigClive channel on Monday nights. Been in there, what, like once? I'm just always in the middle of doing other stuff. Thanks for staying genuine, Scruff, says eFault. I don't see any reason to be anything else, but hey, man, I appreciate it. Just doing my thing. Hanging out with y'all. And actually, I guess we'll button this up in a couple more minutes. Either way, before we start dealing with that, it seemed like we got a lot of new people in here today. That was cool. Hopefully a couple of you will still hang out. Hopefully I'm not too fucking boring for you, but I'm not really here to be exciting, just here to chill with everybody and just a scheduled time to chill and relax and hang out with other people of generally like minds. Speaking of which, haven't heard from Rasher this week. I wonder how he's doing. And my plugin just disconnected for that. That's, oh yeah, that was asked earlier what that is. I said that's combined YouTube and Twitch subs and followers. That's them added together. Also, that plugin, the reason that is there is because it is my backup chat. Like the very first combined chat thing we had that kind of sucked. That's what that was for. Oh yeah, fucking poll. Where are we at on the poll? Oh wow, we got a 3-way tie. We're gonna have to take care of that next week. Let me write this down. We're gonna have to break this 3-way tie next week. Where is the poll thing? End poll. So next week we will have another. Hopefully I'll remember. If not, remind me. Potato chip poll. It's about to go trivia. Potato chip trivia. What the fuck? So we're gonna duke it out between salted, spicy, and cheesy. That is next week's big poll. Because we all like a big poll, right? Oh no, it's over now. I already ended that motherfucker. Oh yeah, actually even says it too, like right there. It says closed. Okay. Oh, let me unenable that. Boop. No, boop. There we go. All right. So next week we're gonna narrow down the chip thing. No cats outside. Any cats anywhere out there? Is anybody on the box? Wow, not even on the box. Nobody's eating. Nobody's on the TV. I think I see dude at the door. Let me see. Oh, that camera is angry the way I was just moving it around. Yeah, I can see. I can kind of tell he's there. I think he's there. That might be Claire. Because that's right where the dish is. I know you wouldn't be sitting in his food dish. Alright. Fama. Sorry, Rob. Was exhausted today and crashed on the sofa before your piano. I need to go back and watch and listen. That's alright. It'll be here. It ain't going anywhere. K-Pelt. My favorite chips lately are Cherry Barbecue. A regional Michigan cherry barbecue. That might be alright. That might be alright. Local Michigan thing. Chippery. I'll have to look, because there might be something similar to that around here. Or is it a ghost? Yeah, I don't think I have any. Well, I say I don't think I have any ghosts, but the way the cats act, I probably have. There is a suspicion that the previous owner, like the couple, the husband died in the bedroom, in what was their master bedroom, which is now my master bedroom. Apparently he died there in his sleep, and some people thought he may still be hanging out, and I'm like, man, whatever, man. As long as he doesn't try to fix anything. I'll tell you what, man. When I moved in, all the neighbors like, oh yeah, he's a great guy. He's good. He was a great guy. You know, he could fix anything. He was always fixing that house up and making it better and blah blah blah. And then I got in here and I went, well, boy, did that motherfucker pull the wool over your eyes. This fucking place was havoc. Christ, the electrical box had tandem and triple lines going to some of the breakers. Had to fix that. Fucking the inspector came in. He went, nah. And I went, yeah, I know. Fuck. And then, like, when I bought the house, like, after a little while, I started seeing, like, you know, when you rip off Scotch tape, you get that the little crinkle saw edge on it. I started seeing that in a couple spots in the house, and that's how they patched the holes in the wall. They literally put fucking Scotch tape over it and then painted over it. Like, go fuck yourself. Like, really? Like, it's going to be that hard to buy a $5 fucking little thing? Use a goddamn butter knife, and you can go and plug screw holes. Real fucking easy. Scotch tape. Bunch of fucking losers. Triple on one breaker. Yes. Dude, Phasma, the entire second floor came from the breaker, and it was a doubled breaker. It was sharing, when they did the outdoor lights, they used one breaker, which is fine. But on the front door breaker, when they decided to finish up the attic upstairs, it's like a walk-in attic. Now it's like 2 bedrooms. Well, at this point, it's 1 bedroom, 1 storage. But anyway, they decided to feed the entire second floor with the front outdoor lights. And when they went to do garage power, they used the back outdoor lights, which was also already doubled up. So I had a lot of fucking electrical work to do in here. It was terrible. Like, this place was a fucking fire hazard with the power turned off. What are these fancy breakers you speak of? Well, I went out and just got all square D stuff. 2, I got a 400 amp. It had a 100 amp 20 slot a 100 amp 12 slot. Well, I guess it would be 12. It was 12, 6 and 6, fucking 12 slot breaker in it for the whole goddamn house. Now it has a 400 amp 40 breaker and then a 200 amp 20 breaker one next to it. The 20 amp one is now fed from the generator in the garage if need be. And it can be isolated from the main breaker. So like refrigerator and like essentials are off to 200. The rest of the house is off to 400, and I can isolate them from each other if need be. So I can run the generator on the 200 amp panel, and then when the 400 amp panel goes live again, the house will just turn on and not do some weird thing, or I'm not feeding the whole neighborhood with my fucking generator. Yeah, it was a fucking mess in here. I don't know. C2SI fuses still. Yeah, I've been to a couple houses where people got them fucking threw-in fuses. I lived in a house once that had them. I lived in a house that was, well, it was a 1-floor house, big fucking kitchen with all electric appliances, air conditioning and heat, electric based with a heat pump. It actually had a loft, a bit of a basement, 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, big fucking place, and had 4 screw-in breakers. And that's actually the breaker box when I was trying to figure out what it was. It was in such a weird spot to try and get leads to. I accidentally shorted out the pole. Like, my girlfriend outside at the time knew something was weird when she heard a pop from in the house and the fucking street light outside went whoop. Because I dead shorted them bitches together and I landed about 10 feet back. It was fun. But wouldn't really recommend it for recreational purposes. Walk. So they had a feed for the backyard lights, and that fed the garage. Yeah. Now it has what do I got? 10 gauge in there, feeding it for now. And that was something I just tossed in there, but I actually have 6 gauge feeder to get over to it as soon as I can figure out a clear way, because the pipe that they're using to get over to the garage barely fits fucking 10 gauge Romex in it. It's like a little 1/2-inch pipe. Like, you can almost kind of fold the Romex up a little bit to get it in there. But it's been working fine for 10 years. But yeah, that's whatever. Z2S, I have Abraham Lincoln amp fuses. Or is your breaker box installed by Jesus? The Farius bread. The cloth covered wire is always a treat to find. I had some of that downstairs as well. A lot of aluminum wire got pulled out of here and replaced with, mostly 12 gauge Romex. I mean, they're like, 14 or 12, whatever. No, just, I got a 500 foot of 12 gauge Romex, 3 lead Romex, hot neutral ground. And, quite a lot of it has been replaced. There is still some aluminum wire in here that I couldn't quite get to easily when I was doing all that, but it's all been, I don't know how it would work in the UK or anywhere else, but over here, if you have aluminum, and you have to be up to code now. You terminate the aluminum before you get to the breaker box. You use this special goo and splices, and you splice in regular copper, and then you run the copper to the breaker box. So I got a couple of those downstairs still. I don't know if that's everywhere or if that's just something we're doing here. But yeah, at this point, you cannot run aluminum to a breaker box. It has to be a copper tail in there, and the aluminum has to stay out, apparently. Penny under the fuses. Yeah, pennies, that's a stout fuse. Or yeah, the 22 long rifle glass fuses in car. Yeah, those were always interesting when you had an overheating circuit. Oh well. Wrap them in kitchen foil, they don't blow again, although other shit might. Well, yeah, Rob, that's one way to get around that. But when that explodey burn it, oh wait a minute. At color, just a few years ago I did the panel in my late grandparents' house. There were several 3-phase circuits and one single phase for everything else. One screw-in fuse per phase and one for neutral. Holy shit. God damn. Wait, I thought you were going to end. Yeah, I do that a lot apparently. I say I'm going to call it and then we just... something interesting happens and you keep talking. That's another thing, man. Don't be afraid to stretch your streams out. Yeah, here and there. It's an alarm scene. Yeah. Well, I guess that's not good. Sounds like a socket extension used for an extension socket used for an extension socket. Yeah, that's pretty much it. There's that. What? All right. I am going to get out of here for the evening. I am fucking tired. Probably hop on Discord for a couple minutes, and then I'm going to go in the bedroom, get the dude and poofers in there, and we're going to watch something. So, that being said, let's see what's going on in the world. Okay, so Mike's playing that. I'm going to go ahead. I mean, I know y'all not... Woo, what just happened? Oh, why am I... Why did it do that? Anyway, I know you're not all gamers and all that, but just in case you still want to have something on in the background, I'm going to go ahead and bounce everybody over to Mike. I guess I'll do, see, how am I going to do this? This is a lot. It can be tough to do the double. How the hell do you even do that on Twitch? Or, oh no, I got to actually do the redirect on YouTube. Actually, that's not bad because a redirect automatically does it as soon as you kill the stream. Whereas Twitch, you gotta there's a couple extra steps that if you don't know, you can end up running your stream for a really long time. So let me get Mike on there for YouTube. That's ready. And over on Twitch, we're going to raid Mike. What's the easiest way to raid someone on Twitch? They really need to have a raid button. No. Well. Alright, so that means over here I need to type raid Killer Mike Z2693. That says kill a mark. What the fuck? Why did I type kill a mark? Is my typos that bad, or am I just looking at too many things at once? Alright, that might work. No, I forget how to do a... Oh no, you do a raid from your dashboard now. We'll try it that way. Anyway, fuck. Hey, what's up, Spiker? Welcome, and, well, I'm sure you've been here for a while, and good evening. Alright, so we're going to try this. It's going to be a little staggered because it's weird. So I'm going to shoot you over to Mike on YouTube, and then I'm going to shoot you over to Mike on Twitch. I'll still do the... stats thing on YouTube, but I will be listening to Twitch when I do it. So I'm going to do Twitch first, so I can just straight listen to that after the bounce. This gets complicated sometimes. Sorry, y'all. But figure might as well bounce some people around, because I know some people just put stuff on. Stop it. Why does it keep pulling up my own stream whenever I load up Twitch? That's dumb. Anyway, let me go down the mic. But I know some people put this stuff on in the background just to have things to hear. So we will do that. All right. So, Twitch, you're first. I'm going to do a raid for Kill a Mike. If you want, I'll be over there as soon as I do the raid, and then I will be listening to that, and then I will kill the YouTube stream and drop some stats, but you'll be bouncing over there too unless you don't hit the button. I don't know how the fuck that works. Anyway, so we're going to do that. So, Twitch. Where did I have that typed? Oh, I closed the window I had it typed out on. What a fucking moron. All right, let me just do the raid button. Raid channel. Mike. Why is it all these people I don't follow? What the fuck? This does not make any sense. It's like, hey, let's show all the people. Either he just, oh no, there it is. Okay. Well, I'm going to click it now. It may, I don't know if it's going to send you straight over or not, but either way, just in case. Twitch people, be groovy to each other. I will catch everybody Saturday. Oh yeah, there's the stream preview. All right, so I'll see everybody Saturday. I'll talk to you a little bit on Twitch, on Mike's channel, and be groovy to each other. So Twitchers, I'm going to start the raid here. Unmute that. So you're going to hear a little bit of Mike's stream. So that, and then I'm going to close my thing and then close that, and that should be it for Twitch. And that just fucked up because that's what Twitch does. Hold on, now you're going to hear some other stuff. There we go. Mike, come on. Alright. So he may have gotten rated. I have no fucking idea because that shit works sometimes and sometimes it doesn't. Alright. YouTube. Also, be groovy to each other. And I will see you on Wednesday as well. So I am out of here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See you.